Hey, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Village Hidden in the Skreets. I am Dr. Griffs,
My name is Bam.
and we are the Black Flames.
Yeah.
So what's going on today? How you feeling?
Today feeling good, Today feeling good. This week has been pretty fun. I don't know if you guys have been checking out my channel, but I started off a new series, Inuyashiki. Thanks to my boy Dr. Griffs for offering me that recommendation. Right now that I'm just 2 episodes in and I'm already like stressed out. That show is just like I can't. Like it's a show that like after episode 2, like I don't want to watch it, but it's one of those shows I have to watch, because I'm just like I need to know what happens, So yeah, having fun with getting back into the routine of making live reactions again and just kind of enjoy making content. Other than that, just been kind of working out and hanging out and crazy thing that happened.
Do we pause this part right now? I got some questions.
Maybe we can talk about it after the podcast. But I just wanted to kind of like share that with you because like actually I should have shared it with you before we started the podcast and everything. But it was just like, oh snap, yeah, this crazy thing happened to me. Like
that's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, wow, is this what it feels like to have a sugar mom or something? Like, is this why people live that lifestyle? Like, I don't know, but it was really cool. So that was my week.
We'll say that for the Skreets after dark.
It's the Skreets.
Check the link below.
When the lights come on at night. Wait, what do you say? When the lights come on?
Yeah, when night lights come. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The street lights come on.
Yeah, we could do something. We could do something with that. Yeah, but yeah, that was my week though. What about you?
My week hasn't been that eventful. I've been working this week. My schedule will be changing. So like this previous week, I was working the night shift, so like 2 to 9. So this upcoming week, I'll be working the day shift, like 8 to 3. So that's a change. I've been adulting. So, little financial stuff. I've been putting like 20% away into my retirement.
Nice.
And I started
responsible.
I just respond. Thank you. I try. I have a new like health insurance bank account. It's called an HSA. So it's made for like health insurance. So I've been taking like maybe like 20% of that as well into my check into that. So for like the last 2 checks, my check's been tiny. I worked 2 whole weeks. I'm like, wait a minute. It looks like I worked like 3 days.
Yeah.
That give you a perspective. So I changed the numbers a little bit better to balance that out a little bit better because I need to eat, pay rent, and everything like that. So I'm being a bit more thoughtful about how I'm spending my money and trying to budget a little bit better and everything like that. Even how I take my money from work, you know what I'm saying? So be smart about how you spend your money. I've also been I ran into a friend. We might invite him to the cast one of these episodes. He was telling me like he's been working out and he needs to work on his stabilizers.
Like his core stabilizers. Got it.
Yeah. And I was like, what does that even mean? And he did a very great job explaining what he needs to work out on. And that inspired me to start doing some planks and, the forward planks, sideways planks, and everything like that. So I'm dipping my toe into working out, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get healthy, trying to get fit. And, the Olympics is coming around, and sports and everything like that. It kind of just, all tied in together for me this week. And this conversation today.
I think we got a 10 out of 10 transition right there.
Thank you.
10 out of 10 transition. Yo, nice. So yeah. So today we wanted to talk about I guess inspiration from being inspired by what's happening with the Olympics and everything. We kind of started thinking about like what sports we like talking about and like what sports do we really find most interesting. some that are more associated with the Olympic Games, some that are more out of the Olympic Games, and we kind of wanted to share our individual thoughts about it. And we decided to do it in the form of a tier list. So if you guys see on the screen, we're kind of doing it we're structuring it very differently than how we usually do it. Let us know how you feel about the whole framework of things like this. We just kind of got it set up real quickly, so let us know how you think about it. But yeah, we're basically going to be rating different sports based on our personal opinion on like what we find fun and enjoyable to sport, entertainment value, how we personally connect with the sport, and just rating it from a tier list of S to D, so S being the highest, D being the lowest. And yeah, but yo, side note, that was a good transition. I like that transition though.
Thank you. Everything I said was factual. We're really considering having this person as a guest. I think they said it cool with it, but we're figuring out the logistics of that. So that might be in a future episode. And yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right. So let's get into the tier list. So today, yeah.
Before we do that,
okay.
Sports. How has that impacted your life? You played any sports? Like,
so
what does sport mean to you?
That's a good question. So I guess the sports I played before, I played soccer. Soccer was, I think, the first sport I really got into. The only sport I got into before, like, gym class for like dodgeball and stuff like that. But soccer was the main one, and I almost got into football. I almost got into rugby, but at the time, I would do a little bit too much research and found out like, ooh. When three grown men just slam into you, I don't know how the recovery is after that, but from what I've been seeing, it does not seem like I like how I think right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't need any updates or modifications to how my brain processes information. So I'm like, when I saw rugby, when I saw football, I was like, scoot, I'll hold off. And so I played soccer, and then I did some martial arts and everything. But other than that, that's kind of my experience with it. In terms of sports, I love the physicality of it. I love the feeling of like, it's like, it gives the feeling of like being in intense situations, but it simulates it. It doesn't necessarily like your life is not on the line, but it kind of simulates that feeling of like pushing yourself to the limit and like trying to achieve a goal, especially if you're on a team with other people, trying to achieve a goal for the rest of your teammates and like getting that goal or getting that touchdown or whatever, and then having all your teammates kind of come around you and like it's all a team effort to support. I like all those elements of it, and it's very enjoyable to watch that. Yeah, so that's my personal feeling about sports.
Oh, cool. So, if y'all don't know this, it's hard to tell off the camera, but I'm like a calm 6'9", 6'10", and I low-key was almost drafted into NBA, you know what I'm saying? Low-key, but I was like, no, we gotta let LeBron, have his moment, his little 18 years of fame and everything like that. So I was like, nah, I'm good. I was like, nah, NBA, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all. And then, I almost got drafted into hockey. I can do anything I want to do.
Hockey, really. Right. What about lacrosse, right? Lacrosse too?
Lacrosse, everything, really. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to let some people shine in their little perspective areas. But for me, I'm the youngest of 5. And all my siblings played chess. So chess was kind of like, inherited in my family, I guess.
Here we go. Here we go, guys.
Chess was my sport to play for all the years. Although I could have been, destroying people on the football field with all 120 pounds for a lot of my life. I kind of stuck to chess. You know what I'm saying? I might have, let's say, exaggerated my height a little bit earlier.
Just a little bit, just a tiny bit.
I might have said that I'm like 6'10", but for majority of my life, I might have been a foot or a foot and a half shorter than that. So chess was my sport. I didn't have the gifted hands to catch anything really. But I played chess and I was
so
decent
like
to okay.
So my question would be like, so what do you define as a sport, and how does chess match up to be a sport for you?
Okay, I think a sport could be defined as something that challenges you physically or mentally, and it could be a competitive sport or game. Yes, I think that could be a good definition of sport. I think that's a nice inclusive definition of a sport.
Yeah, because
there's levels to sports, is what I want to say.
True, because there's also esports, right? So there's also like people that play professional, like Call of Duty and League of Legends, right? And because I'm so invested in nerd culture, I kind of like the idea. I like gaming, so I like the idea of like the professional gaming thing. And like they really got whole personal trainers, and they really got performance athletes and like coaches that go to the, like, they got nutritionists and everything, so they really take it super uber seriously, you know, like Mountain Dew. That's the nutrition. That's, you know, like how if you go to like the Olympic Games, you'll see like McDonald's as like a sponsor. Yeah. It's like, you know, the Olympic athletes ain't eating McDonald's to like fuel them, but like they'll still have the sponsor. So Mountain Dew or like Red Bull or like some of these energy drinks will be sponsors for these esports athletes, right? But they will not take it. You know, they won't, if they really want to be performing their best and be thinking cognitively what they need to be doing and strategically, they can't be like fueling on these super uber sugary drinks and fast food and stuff. So it's just that they get sponsored by it, and it's very interesting when you observe like the marketing of these athletes versus it's way more, it's for the consumer of these athletes, not necessarily for the athletes themselves. Like, these athletes aren't going to be eating Burger King and McDonald's or drinking Red Bull before they get into their workout or just before they're about to a race or do any type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you saying.
Yeah.
So I guess I think esport, like, okay. So someone playing NBA 2K, like I think there's levels to a sport. I think, is that fair to say?
Is there levels to a sport?
The complexity of a sport, the physical drain of a sport, the mental drain of a sport. I feel like there's levels to that.
Yeah, because like how I've been thinking about sports has varied and changed as I gotten older and as I got more exposed to things. Like, I learned, like, I think a couple of weeks ago from, like, I guess watching a video that some of the highest level chess players will burn like 6,000 calories in a day of just playing chess. It's because their brain is like it's moving so actively or processing so much information. They'll burn so much calories just from the brain activity. And so it's like you think about sports I guess we traditionally think about sports in terms of the physicality of it, but there's also a level of, just because someone is physically capable of just because someone's super physically capable of doing football, right? There's also a level of strategy and tactics that an individual player has to implement. So there is a balance between physicality and cognitive capacity that any individual player in a sport or a game has to be able to implement, right?
Just to give y'all some chess facts, like, so the highest tournament of chess I played in my chess, I guess, career was the Nationals chess tournament, like the American Nationals, and it's like 7 games across a weekend. So it's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On Friday, there are 2 games.
Okay.
Each game could be up to 4 hours long. So I would have 2 hours on my side, or my opponent would have 2 hours on their side. So once I get to 0, I could lose on time. You know what I'm saying? So it could be up to 4 hours. Sometimes there's like fancy clocks. So like whenever you hit the clock, you get extra 5 seconds. So you might not ever run out of time, but you have to play really fast to do that. And so Friday, there's 2 games. Saturday, there's 3 games. Sunday, there's 2 extra games. So it could be on Saturday, 12 hours of chess.
12 hours of sitting in a chair, just looking your opponent in the eye for 12 hours, just thinking.
Yeah.
Wow.
thinking about their moves, thinking about your standing in the tournament, like how's your teammates doing, do you really need to win this game? Know what I'm saying? Well, of course, every game you want to win, know what I'm saying? But like sometimes, depending on where your standing is, you might like really need to win that game. You might play against the team that's like in second place, like you're tied. So if you win, that's double the points. Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So chess tournaments could get really intense. I know it sounds crazy, like y'all are sitting at a board, but no. Can you imagine sitting anywhere for 4 hours long?
Yeah, because the SATs or like state exams be low-key stressful. It's like I don't think you're sitting there sweating, like dripping sweat and everything, but it'd be stressful.
Yes, but in a chess tournament, it's like the SAT is fighting against you. Know what I'm saying? Like the SAT is kind of you're the opponent of the SAT, but in chess, like there's a whole other person that might be better than you, might be worse than you, or y'all might be equivalent. You know what I'm saying? And it's an uphill battle at times, or you might be winning and then you blunder and then you down a queen, then you gotta have poker face and act like you did that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because if you lose a queen and you like,
right. Then your opponent's like, oh, he fucked up. I got him. It's over for him.
Exactly. So you might just lose a queen and make it look like, yeah, that was part of my plan. But in your head, you're like, oh crap.
Right.
One of my favorite chess memories, just to show you how stressful or the tacticalness about chess. I think I was in like 3rd grade or so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at some national chess tournament and I'm playing some kid. I believe I am playing black, so I move second.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the kid moves and I sit there. 10 minutes go by. I see the kid start, shaking.
Wait, what level? What level is this? What level we at?
I think I'm playing grade nationals, so you're playing people only in your grade. So they could be like a very beginner to Einstein. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But just people in your grade. So 10 minutes go by. He's sitting there. 15 minutes, he starts scratching, and I'm just sitting there watching him. I'm watching the board, watching him. 20 minutes go by, he gets up, goes to the bathroom, comes back. I'm still just sitting there.
So wait, 20 minutes have gone by, you haven't made a move. Is it because you don't know what move to make, or is it because you know exactly what move you want to make, but you just want to like get him frustrated?
It's more the second thing. I can see how frustrated he's getting. I have 2 hours of my time to use however I see fit. We're both 3rd grade, so we're impatient kids, or we should be. So I see this kid like mentally start falling apart. You know what I'm saying? He calls the tournament director over. He's not moving. That tournament director's like, yo, I can't do anything about that. Like, he's not.
So you mean to tell me 3rd grade you, before the age of 11, 3rd grade you is out here using deceptive tactics like this?
I'm using strategy, a strategic game. what's the problem here? So it must have been like 40 minutes go by if I haven't moved. The kid by this point is breaking down, crying. He's upset, he's frustrated, and then I move, and then I beat the kid. Know what I'm saying? Because by that point, he's not even thinking about the game. He just wants to get out of here because this lunatic kid that's took 40 minutes to play the first move, and his whole strategy is gone, and everything like that. I beat the kid. That is not a strategy you should employ later on in chess, because you sit there 40 minutes. That could be 40 minutes that you could have needed later on in the game.
Right.
The right age where that pre-strategy, help me out. Help me win.
Yeah. Oh, doctor, you froze a little bit. Like your audio's good, but your video. Okay, you're good. You're good now.
Okay. So like chess is mentally taxing, but sitting there for 4 hours not really eating because and you don't want to eat. Imagine you bring a cheeseburger with pizza and everything like that, and you gotta sit there. Now you got the bubble guts. You're running back and forth to it's weird. It's weird. You gotta eat like an apple or a banana and just be good for the round.
Yeah, because
there's a physicalness to it. There's a mentalness to it, and like you just get tired after a 4-hour game or 2 4-hour games. A whole Friday of 4-hour games, and you gotta wake up 10 a.m., 8 a.m. to play the next 4-hour game. That's mentally and physically draining.
All right, guys. So you got his dissertation on why chess is a sport. Let us know in the comment section down below if you agree.
It should be added to this tier list.
Yeah,
I put that as a triple S class but you know, details.
Debatable, but
It's gonna hate. Now I don't know if checkers could be considered a sport. I feel like checkers ain't that intense. I don't know if Connect Four, you know, tic tac toe. Maybe Uno. I could. You know,
Uno be. I will say we have been in games where people have gotten physical, but I've been in some Uno games where people have gotten physical, and you know, it's like it'd be dangerous like a sport.
So danger has to be in the thing for it to be a sport.
Would you watch a sport if there was no level of risk or danger with it?
I think the level of risk or danger makes it go higher on this tier list. But I guess we'll figure out when we start talking about it.
Yeah. All right. So let's get right into it. So you see what I'm seeing, Doctor?
Is the first one like some arrow?
Yeah. So the first one I believe is badminton, which is basically budget tennis.
Why badminton budget tennis? Why is that?
Okay, to me is like, so when you think about tennis, right? And we'll get to that when we get to that. But when we think of tennis, like it's like high speed because once you hit the ball, that ball like flies, right? So your reaction time got to be on point. Your positioning got to be on point with that. But badminton, based on the structure of the ball that you're hitting, like the structure.
A birdie, right?
Yeah,
birdie.
Yes, based on the structure of the birdie that you're hitting, is like how it catches the air. It's like it slows it down. So it's like you can hit it, but it's always going to be slower than the force you're implementing with it. So to me, it's like, okay, it hits it and it's like, if you can't see where it's going, then maybe you need to put on some glasses because it's like it's right there.
You being wild disrespectful. But you saying essentially badminton is the Tai Chi of tennis, or the Tai Chi tennis. That what you saying?
Yeah, but it's also like, isn't, because badminton it's like a cross between tennis but also volleyball as well because of the structure of the net. The net is way higher on it. So it's like it's an in between of tennis and volleyball. But if it was me, I'd rather be either playing tennis or volleyball. I wouldn't play badminton. You know what I mean?
Wow. I see what you're saying. So where would you put it?
Okay, so I would, in terms of fun factor, I think if you're with a group of your friends, you could have a good time having fun with it. But it's also like, if you're out here playing badminton, you could have saved time and energy. Instead of bringing the rackets and the birdie, you could have brought a volleyball because the net is like structured there. I'm gonna put badminton in terms of a watching and also playing perspective. I'm gonna put that as a B. I will put it as a B tier.
A B?
Mm-hmm. That's where I would put
wow.
it.
That's okay. I think that's fair. I thought you were gonna say something like D or an E.
Nah, not D. I would have put. It's not that bad. I would have put it as like D tier.
Okay. I like your argument. I'll put it as a B.
All right. So we put it as B. Oh, you froze again.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
All right. I could leave and come back.
All right.
Oh.
Yep, you're back.
Okay. So badminton for B. B for badminton.
B for badminton. All right. The next one is archery.
Oh, okay. Archery.
What do you think about that?
Have you ever done archery?
I've personally never done archery. I
feel like archery is a very it's a good skill to have.
Yeah. If you're like out in the forest or lost in the jungle, being able to hunt some things would be cool, right?
I don't know how practical it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Like a bow and arrow is kind of like a floppy disk nowadays. I mean,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
useful. Alright, let me not disrespect it. It's like an SD card. Like it's
a
flash drive. It's like a floppy disk?
Because I feel like
a floppy disk?
I would say it's a floppy disk because an SD card would be like a crossbow. And then like, you know, the flash drive and like the SSD cards are like or like the, you know, the heavy ammunition.
Gotcha. But I mean, it'd be a cool skill to have. I personally have never shot a bow and arrow. I don't know. I guess it'd be okay. Could you imagine watching 2 hours of someone shooting a bow and arrow? I would get bored.
I would get bored real quick. I think it'd be a cool skill to have, but in terms of even me, I can't imagine myself just for hours just practicing this. You know what I'm saying? And and watching it would be pretty boring. Would be pretty boring, to be honest. Unless you're a diehard archer and you're like, oh my gosh, the position of his shoulder at a 90-degree angle. How's he planning to get that torque and everything? And then at the very last second, he shifted his pinky. That, you know, it's like,
yeah, like it'd be cool to see it in the moment. Like, oh, he's not gonna shoot an apple off that guy's head. That's not possible. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, shoots arrow. Like, okay, that's cool. He's not gonna shoot it through a ring of fire. That's not possible. Oh, okay, he did that. No,
yeah.
Like there's a quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Versus a 2-hour event of.
Yeah, like what you described is like, oh, let me watch it'd be cool to see a TikTok of a guy shooting an apple off someone's head.
Exactly.
So in terms of like a sport, like am I going to pay to go to an event? Am I going to sit down and watch somebody shoot a target for hours? I don't think I'm doing that.
Who's the LeBron James of archery? Have you heard of LeBron James of archery? Michael Jordan of archery? Have you ever heard of that? In all the years of archery, there's a Green Arrow, but that's a DC guy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the only archer I know.
Hawkeye, a Marvel guy. Like,
Hawkeye.
Katniss Everdeen, right? Maybe Cupid.
True.
Ghost of Tsushima had some archers. Like, other than that,
that's true. So, what are you feeling for in terms of rating?
In terms of sports, I would play, do, and just like overall entertainment. I think it might be like a C or D tier. Archery might be a C or D tier.
I'm telling you, bro, archery is in D tier right now for me. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, yo. It's D tier. It's D tier for me. Are you in agreement?
We'll leave it there for now. We'll leave it there for now. I see what you're saying.
Okay. All right. So the next one, I believe this is volleyball. I believe this is volleyball.
Volleyball is a calm A or S tier. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in full agreement with it. It's nowhere below A tier, but it definitely could be S tier for me. And I feel like I'm very biased because I watch Haikyuu. So if you guys don't know, Haikyuu is it's a whole anime. It's a whole anime about volleyball, and they be making that hype, yo. They be making volleyball hype.
And volleyball is pretty accessible. You know what I'm saying? Like any age range of people can play volleyball. There's nothing like spiking on your enemies. You know?
Yeah, yo.
Look them in the eye after you spike the ball on them. Like, yo, it's disrespectful. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's a lot of things.
It's one of those games that is like, it's easy to pick up. It's easy to teach a kid like the fundamental rules of how to play it. It's definitely harder to master. There's definitely a huge physicality component to it. And also, like, the highlight shots of volleyball, like when you see a ball going out of the bounds, and you're like, oh my gosh, you're about to get the point, but then one of their members on the team just sprints forward and dives and like able to send that ball back. Yo, there's nothing like that's just pure hype right there, man. That's just pure hype.
And everyone has a role. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a team sport. Like it might be a really good volleyball player on your team, but
yes,
everybody on the team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. Oh, dang. Is volleyball our first? Oh, could you come back in again? I don't know. Your Wi-Fi is a little bit off. All right. Do 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 do.
We still in the streets out here. We still in the streets.
We're still in the streets, yo. We're a professional, unprofessional podcast, guys. So,
exactly. I think volleyball might be an S. Like, I would play volleyball. You know
I would play volleyball. I would watch volleyball. Volleyball is one of those sports that I don't even need it to be on the professional level to watch.
No, yeah, it's fair. Yeah, if I'm walking by it on like a beach or like a park and people playing volleyball, I might sit and watch a couple of serves. You know what I'm saying? It's a good sport.
I think we're in agreement. Volleyball S tier for sure. All right. The next,
it's a low cost of entry too. You just need a net and you don't even. Somebody don't even need a net. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how broke you are, you don't need to, like, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
you just need a ball.
Like, why would you going back to badminton? Why would you play badminton if you could just? Why would you buy all the equipment for badminton when you could just buy the ball for volleyball?
Yeah. You can play with like 10 people easy or 12 people easy. You know what I'm saying? Versus badminton, you had to get what, 24 rackets or 12 rackets and like 5 birdies. All you need one ball for volleyball. Like, volleyball is kind of elite.
Volleyball is elite. You're right. Absolutely right. Okay, next one we got boxing.
Okay. So now this might be a hot take. I understand how boxing is a multi-billion dollar industry. Has been going on since people had hands, right?
Yes.
But if we are creating this tier list of things we would actually play ourselves.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
I can't see myself putting boxing over a B. If that is a big component of this tier list, something you see yourself actively trying to do. Right. Entertainment factor, boxing is very entertaining. Who doesn't like seeing Chisel Adonis, the YouTuber that...
Yes.
I love that content. I watch it all the time.
Ka-ching.
I see myself in a ring.
Right.
That's my argument.
That is a solid argument. I say I'm a little bit biased because I was part of the boxing club at college. So like I was out here. I love any kind of martial arts I kind of love. But that is a thing. Like, would I, like, over time is like the more times you box, is just you're just increasing the chance of yourself getting like injured or concussed in some way. So if that's a big component of like enjoying a sport, I could see why. So I feel like because I'm a bit biased towards it, what would you rate this one?
I think it'd be fair to put it as an A.
It would be fair in terms of just, I think the entertainment value of being an observer watching it is really high. But in terms of would you actually, I don't think the average person is like, oh, let me just box with, it's like,
But I would say the effect the sport boxing has had on humans has been crazy. You got Muhammad Ali. Ali is known as I think he created the goat phrasing. You know what I'm saying?
Float like a butterfly, sing like a bee.
Yeah. Like there's Mike Tyson. There's Floyd Mayweather. There's Hajime no Ippo. There's
I love it.
Paul from Tekken. Like boxing is like
Logan Paul, Jake Paul.
Yeah, like boxing obviously entertains people. A lot of people would pay pay-per-view money to see a boxing fight. A lot of people lose money. A lot of people bet. So boxing, like, I feel like it's its own thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a simple concept.
Yeah.
2 people in a ring. They use their hands. No grabbing. Just throw their punches. You know what I'm saying? Throw their fists, and we see who wins. Like, it's a simple concept. Anybody can box.
Yeah, anybody can do it. It's like the barrier to entry is literally your hands. Do you got hands? That's your barrier to entry.
You could add, the wraps. You could add the gloves. You got the fingerless gloves. Boxing burst a lot of things like MMA. Kickboxing, everything like that. But boxing, it'd be disrespectful to put it less than an A. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I
think
agree.
entertainment and the history factor of boxing should make it an S. But if we are adding,
If we're adding,
I can see myself doing.
yes, yeah. So for clarity, guys, is like we, in terms of the entertain, if we were just judging a sport based on its entertainment value alone, boxing would be S tier. But we're also judging it based on if we would actually get invested and play the sport ourselves. Yeah.
But I can't imagine saying, "Hey, honey, I'm going to the park to box with Lou." Like, no. Why would I do that? I can say, "Oh yeah, we got a volleyball game on Saturday. I'm a," you know what?
True. Like, you're not out here doing pickup boxing, right?
That's called what's that called? That's called like either manslaughter or
That's called assault.
disorderly conduct. That's called
Assault and battery.
That's called living in Brooklyn. That's what that's called.
That's called staying out too late in the wrong neighborhood. Like,
Yeah. Nah, I ain't trying to go pick up box. I think it's A. I think it's A.
all right, into A tier. Okay. So the next sport on the list here is, I think this ball is a rugby ball. Do you know rugby?
Oh yeah. Yo, I was like a rugby champion. I'm joking. I think I just hit 160 pounds. I think I just hit that. It might be the hair.
I'm dead. I mean, like, you could be like you wouldn't be like a tackler, but you would definitely be like, in the rugby terms, I think it'd be called being a wing. And I think that's the person that just grabs the ball and just sprints all the way down, you know?
So fun fact, when we got to college, I think like there's a whole bunch of different sports team trying out, something like that. I think I went to the rugby game. I think I played a rugby game.
Did you?
Yeah, it was like a tryout game.
Yeah.
It was a trial game. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? And I played a game, and then I realized, like, oh, this is like a trial game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It isn't like a full thing, so no one was really getting really tackled like that. And I think that's the only game I played. I said, you know what? I'm good. Like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think, you know, I can't catch. I know rugby is sideways throws and everything like that, but I just can't catch. You know what I'm saying? The years of playing chess, my fingers aren't meant for that. It's meant for
meticulous movements. Yeah.
There's one thing on this list that the sport I play that I don't see on this list. It was Quidditch.
Quidditch. Oh, the Harry Potter game.
Okay, nah, you ain't gotta be disrespectful now.
No, I just
really gotta be disrespectful.
yo, I just remember walking around campus and seeing them practice it. Like, they literally would walk around with just brooms in between their legs.
You really be like, you ain't gotta do all that. Like,
Yo,
I'm gonna say if I was really interrupted. Quidditch is, to me, that's low key a top tier sport. You know what I'm saying? I think Quidditch. Yo, come on. Have you ever played Quidditch?
I'm looking at the camera right now.
Have you ever played Quidditch?
Why would I put a stick between my legs, Doctor? Why would I do that?
Detail. The detail, like, that's an important detail, but it's a detail. Quidditch is like rugby, football on steroids.
Oh yeah, they would be hitting each other, right? Like, though, there was a rule that you can't hit somebody with your stick, with your broom, right? But it's like you could be ramming into people, though, right?
It's rugby with a broom between your legs. That's what Quidditch is. And you can drop the ball and pick it up. I can't catch, so if a ball fell next to me, I just pick it up. Like, that was cool. Like, I could run with the ball, throw it in a hoop. Like, it's a cool sport for people who can't. Like, or of course, if you can catch, it's an even better sport. But for me, not having the catch ability, I didn't get that DLC.
I'm dead.
I got the run fast DLC, but the catching, that's not me.
Right.
Quidditch was cool. I could grab it and everything like that. The reason why I did not continue playing Quidditch, besides me being like one of the only black people in the whole ring, it was I went to a tournament and, you know, I got tackled with a broom. Like, yo, why you tackle me? I'm like, I'm not really trying to tackle you. I just outrun you. You know what I'm saying? But the next round, I saw someone get hit in the face with a broom. Like, they're trying, you know, you ever bop somebody? You know what I'm saying? You ever do the juke and everything?
Yeah.
The guy was low. A broom hit his face, and his face was busted up, bleeding.
Wow.
And I was like, at that moment, I was like, I don't got insurance. I love the uniform. I'm a freshman. Like, yo, why am I even out here like that? This isn't meant for me. This really, like, I can't even commit to a team right now or my grades and everything. And that's why I stopped playing Quidditch.
This guy.
I say all that to say, I feel like Quidditch. If you people actually watch it, get stop thinking about the broom between your legs and everything like that. It's a top tier sport. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's all inclusive. Like, you're playing with men, women, whoever.
Right? Yeah. That was also another thing about Quidditch you guys don't know. Is like, it's co-ed. Like, you could be like have men and women on the same team, and like everybody catching these hands where the people be tackling.
Everybody getting the tackle. For me, I'm like, I'm not gonna tackle a woman. Like, yo, like what? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, Quidditch is an intense sport. And you have a weapon between your legs. I can imagine.
You're not supposed to use a weapon.
If you get tight enough, it's like, what? And there'd be some nice, like, brooms, like mahogany, oak, chestnut. You know what I'm saying? Like, some crazy brooms out there. Like, now we had the plastic ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hope so.
Plastic, but some people have the whole Harry Potter engraved broom with the whole, like, let's not sleep on Quidditch, y'all.
Yeah.
I say all that to say, rugby for me is a calm CD. I ain't playing no rugby.
Wow, it's wow.
Y'all crazy.
You said CD? I can't, honestly, bro. Okay, I have a different opinion about rugby, right? This might be a hot take.
Okay.
Rugby is the more manly version of football.
Agreeable. No helmet, no nothing like that.
Yeah. Like, I rather, honestly, I rather watch, and here's the thing too, because like I watched, there's an anime called All Out, which is about rugby, right? And so I watched some football, and then I actually watched some like real life rugby games, and rugby is more entertaining than football, because in football, from what I've observed, is like there's each player is kind of like a gear where they have one function. Like, your coach tells you you're running this way, that's your job. But in rugby, there's so much more flexibility that each individual player has. Each individual player has their specific role that they're supposed to be doing, but there's a level of creativity that each player in the team kind of has. And so even though a specific person is supposed to be fulfilling a role, if they're in position to get the try, which is like a touchdown for them, if they're in position to do it, and they're like, hey, you might not be a wing to run it down, but you're the only one that has the space to do it, so shoop, and then they'll like do it, you know. And it's just, yeah, rugby to me, and I guess we'll get to football when we get to football, but rugby to me just kind of, it hits harder than football. And rugby is one. Yes, literally, it hits hard. Literally, it does hit harder. Oh, you froze again, doctor. Froze again. This might be a thing. Yeah, come back.
Just wait a little bit. I didn't pop up. Just wait a little bit.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Oh, we can still hear you, so that's good though.
Okay.
Yeah.
That popping yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. Alright, I mean, disconnect.
But the important thing, guys, is that, you know, this is what happens when you try to record a podcast. This is what happens when you try to record a podcast online. You know, you're learning all the technical difficulties. But don't worry, we'll get it together. Yeah.
I mean, we probably won't for a year. Cause I'm gonna be here for a whole year, so the internet ain't gonna change. I ain't gonna. I ain't paying more than I'm paying right now. Yeah, you get what you get right now.
Yeah. Well, let's just focus on today, guys. Let's just focus on today.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So rugby, for me personally, I put it, for me, it's an A tier.
No, it's fine. Like, it's probably the most entertaining sport I see on this list. You know what I'm saying? You get, what, 20 people? 10, like, 7 on each side, whatever the amount is. Running at each other. Getting beaten, bloody, bruised. Limping. You know what I'm saying? No protection, no shield, nothing. something like that, it is probably one of the most entertaining sports to watch.
Yeah.
I can see myself potentially paying to go see a rugby game.
Me too.
All that considered, I would never play rugby.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, I would rather.
Never.
I have. There was in college. I had an option between either joining the boxing club or doing the rugby team, and I was like, "Yo, boxing sounds cool."
Boxing or rugby. That's why I'm like. That's why for me it came out as a C or D. Cause what? I need my head. I need what?
Okay.
The people who play rugby are some of the most bravest, strongest people out there.
Yes.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, if this tier list is about sports, we can see ourselves playing.
Yes. We can see ourselves playing it. That's also a factor we're adding to it.
That is a key word in this sports list, and that's Tom F.
How about, because I had, again, bias because I've done boxing, but it's like I saw boxing as a safer option to rugby. So
Fair.
Let's put it, what do you think, B?
I think the entertainment factor of rugby supersedes the safety of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I had progeny, if I had offspring, if I had children, and they said, Daddy Griffs, I want to play rugby, I'll say,
you want me to make another one of you?
So you want to comedy? You want to be like Kevin Hart? Okay, that's cool. You got me there.
He'd be like, hey, you can do rugby once I've had another 2 versions of you ready to go when they're replaced.
I'm not. No.
Okay. So, A tier.
Do we have to keep the stipulation of the game we would play? Is that a major stipulation for this?
Well, we can adjust it. It's very flexible.
Okay. Well, I would say, based off of entertainment, maybe you should have 2 tier lists. Anyways, based off of entertainment, it'd be a calm AS. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm gonna put it right here. So let's say this, we'll make this clause. If a game's entertainment value supersedes our own, like it's just so fun, like we invest so much of excess time into it, then we'll kind of give it an exception to our safety clause to it.
Okay.
Does it make sense? So it's like,
no, that makes sense. Like a horse racing, that is dangerous. Like if you fall off a horse, you're done. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
You can break your whole back and everything. Like the risk factor for horse racing is really kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
entertainment wise, I don't feel like that's as entertaining as rugby.
Right. Yeah. Like I would not sit down and like watch people race on horses. Like I would not.
No, definitely not 2 hours.
Yeah. And then
That's what you're saying.
What's a horse having a bad day? Okay. So the next one we have on the list is swimming.
Where we put rugby at?
So I put rugby A right after boxing.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was still like I think boxing is a higher A tier. Like if A tier has a spectrum, like boxing is a high A tier, while rugby is below that, but it's still in the A tier status.
No, that's fair.
Okay.
Swimming?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I don't go into water that's deeper than 6 feet.
Oh man.
I can walk in the pool. Well, I can't really swim in the pool, but I think that's not fair to judge swimming off of that basis. I think there's also different type of swimming. Are we talking about the diving into the pool? People who do like backflip, triple flip, rotate into the water.
I think
talking about people that.
I think this one is talking more about the people that go from point A to point B. So the people that go from the top of the end of the pool to the other end of the pool. So like Phelps, like what's his name?
Yeah,
Michael
Phelps. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Honestly,
well, you go first.
I can swim. C tier.
I might be biased because I'm Jamaican, and I don't really see too many Jamaicans winning. So, I can't swim, so I mean, it's cool to watch the end when they're like real close, but I feel like it'd be even cooler to watch, a race.
Yeah,
On
yeah,
land. Know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So this is like swimming has been here since people weren't fish anymore, and it like
Yeah.
always been here.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm not about to pay to go see
Yeah.
Michael Phelps swim.
Yeah. I've never even tuned into the Olympics. All I know about Michael Phelps is that he's a good he's the best swimmer. But I never seen him.
Yeah.
I never actually took time to like, watch him swim.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of his like the ends of his races, but like, and that's another thing. A swimming race is like a long time. It's like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the type of race. If you do like 800 meters, a 2 mile meter, like it get crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's
Okay.
not my favorite Olympic game to watch.
So are we gonna put it in the same kind of category of is a good skill to have, but
He put on D. Nah, don't be disrespectful now. I think it's a C. I think it's a C.
it's a C? Yeah.
I think it's a C.
Yeah, it's a C. It's a C.
I would put diving as like a A or a B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
it's someone swim back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that cool.
Yeah, because it's very like acrobatic, the diving, like doing all the flips and stuff, and it's like very like short and sweet. Like you get the anticipation of the person hopping and jumping, and then the execution of it. So yeah.
Yeah, you might see the back of their head. Like, of course, you don't want to see that, but there's always that idea. Like, they might hit the back of their head. You know what I'm saying?
True, they might belly flop.
Yeah.
They might belly flop.
Exactly. So
That's why I think that's why I think the more risk a sport has, the more kind of interesting it is to watch. Okay.
oh, for sure.
Okay, so the next one I got something, I guess biking. I don't know what the proper term analogy is it.
Yeah, that's a D. Have you ever watched the Tour de France? Have you ever watched it?
No.
Yeah. Have you ever watched it?
Never watched it.
Do you look forward to watching the Tour de France?
No. Yeah, you're right. I don't even have any arguments against that. That's
Not all bikers. I think it was like Neil Armstrong or somebody. Like,
Yeah.
all those people. I bike on a regular basis.
Mhm.
Unless you're doing some BMX bike tricks, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to watch a marathon on bikes.
I can't argue against that. I can't argue against that. Yeah, I can't argue against it. Okay. Yeah, tennis.
The bike game's over. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah, we're no longer talking about bikes. Tennis now. Hold on. I guess this is just gonna be after. This is gonna have to be like a thing we do. Could you come back in real quick?
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah. Beep 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 beep. There we go.
Back.
Yeah, you're back. Tennis to me, I'm not going below B with tennis right off the bat. I'm not going below B.
Yeah. I think tennis is easily a calm A.
Yeah.
I don't play tennis. I never play tennis, but I wouldn't not play tennis. I just never developed the skill set to play tennis.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I just see a future version of myself spending like a summer trying to learn how to play tennis.
Yeah. Like.
And no, sorry, I'm about to say Serena. Watching what she does, or what Naomi's doing now, like it's insane to watch.
It's entertaining. It's entertaining to watch. It's not as entertaining as rugby, boxing, or volleyball to me, but it is entertaining to watch. But it's I'm not going to put it B because that's like saying tennis is on the same level as badminton, and I'm not about to do that to tennis. Yeah, so I'll put the tennis there. I think it's a sport. That it's a sport I'll definitely be fun to like learn how to play and like learn how to probably hit the ball and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a calm A tier. It's a calm A tier.
Okay. Well, you said below rugby and boxing.
Yes.
That's fair.
Yeah, like if someone told me like, yo, bro, do you want to watch a game of rugby with people you have no idea who they are, or do you want to watch a game of tennis with people you have no idea who they are? I'm gonna watch rugby.
But you would choose boxing over rugby? Either you want to see people box or play rugby, what would you choose?
Boxing.
Yeah, me too. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm like, oh, word.
Yeah.
Alright, bet. Alright, well, I think we're in agreement right now. Bowling is what I see next.
Whew. Alright, the fun factor of bowling is that anybody can get into it with like very, 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 very low risk of injury. Like I think the most I've ever seen someone get injured is like a broken nail from doing bowling.
Or like a ball hit their leg, or you know, it depends on how people throw the ball. Like I think, yeah, for the most part, yeah. You have to be exceptionally injured in bowling.
Honestly, because I would say the get in value of bowling is very easy, and anybody can kind of get into it. You could be almost at any age, unless your like back is like really messed up. Like almost at any age, you could get into bowling. But honestly, I don't know if I would like sit down and watch people I don't know bowl.
If it's an intense game, and like they just keep getting strikes or strike or
spare,
back and forth, I could see myself watching it. You know what I'm saying?
Like people you don't know. Like
I can see that. If it's an intense game, or if it's just like trash people playing, then no, I'm gonna say it.
Like if you see someone get a gutter ball, you're like, nah, I'm good, I'm out.
Yeah, maybe to laugh. I might have got a couple gutters in my lifetime, but no, yeah, I mean,
because I think it's definitely a fun, casual thing to do with like a group of friends. Like go bowl and just like kind of like watch your friends like either get strikes and be like, oh, that's crazy, or laugh at them get gutter balls and you're like, ha, you know, it's like For me, it's a B.
Yeah, I'd say it's like a low B.
Low B.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a low B.
Low B.
That's what I would say.
Yeah. Would you say it's? Would you rather watch a game of bowling or badminton?
I think badminton. Because badminton is live, it's back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Whereas bowling is, you know, they bowl maybe 2 times, maybe 3 times, and then next person goes and just. Whereas badminton is a bit more immediate.
It's also one of those sports that you're not really. It's not person versus person, right? It's like it's like you versus the pin. So there's a little bit less of that competitive energy behind it.
Yeah. There's some luck involved, but badminton's more skill than luck, I would say. So I'll say it's a little lower on the B side. Heard it.
All right, the next one we got golf.
So that's an F, right?
Honestly, I have no problem with putting golf at D tier, to be honest with you.
Yeah. This went straight to trash.
Like, it's like the only reason I ever heard or even considered golf as a thing is because of Tiger Woods. That's literally it.
Tiger Woods is the Michael Jordan of golf.
Yes, that's not really saying much, you know what I mean?
What's the next one?
So the next, I don't know what that game is called, but I've seen people play it on the beach. I've seen people play it at parks, but it's literally like
off the ball, off the net type thing.
Yeah. Why is this on this list?
Cool to watch. I haven't really played that sport. Cool to watch. I think it's a calm C. C, B.
Yeah, I'll put that C.
You put that C?
Yeah, I put that C. Yeah, I put that C. Actually, let me think about this, man, because I would rather watch this. I would rather watch this than watch swimming, to be honest.
Would you rather watch this than watch bowling?
Like, is it like strangers, right? Like if I'm watching strangers do it?
No. if for some reason you're out, there's a bowling alley out in the open, so you can watch that to the right, or you can watch these people play this to the left. What would you choose?
Oh man, this is gonna be crazy, but I think I would rather watch this than bowling.
Nah, I think that's fair. Because this gets really intense, know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you have like 4 people playing at a time, and bowling's a bit more sluggish compared to this, whoever this is.
Yeah, whatever this game is. So, put this in between badminton and bowling. That's what I'm thinking.
That is a good question. Would you rather watch this or badminton?
Oh, I think I'd rather watch... I think badminton has all the same elements of that game. So...
In reverse.
Yes. You know what?
I feel like this game is more intense than badminton.
Because it's so close together. It's so immediate.
Multiple people playing, and it's just faster. You know what I'm saying? This is like a ball versus a birdie that takes some time.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? Is that I think by default, this one kind of, for me, ranks higher than badminton. Because of the what do you see yourself playing? Like the barrier to entry to me is like I'm not gonna buy like rackets. I'm not gonna buy rackets and a birdie, but like this whole thing kind of comes in a set. Kind of comes in a set by itself, so you can just pick that up and like if you're hanging out with friends or family at a beach or a park, just pop that there and you're kind of good to go.
You know, you got a good point. I'm cool on that as a high B.
Yeah, I think it's a high B. Boom.
Okay. All right, so we're looking at track and field. Track and field is a broad genre. There's people who throw the discus, there's people who throw, you know what I'm saying? There's people who run like 800 meters, 1600 meters, all that stuff. And all that stuff is, you know, D to C to B range. But we're not here for that. We're not here for that. You're Jamaican, I'm Jamaican.
We know what we're talking about. Yeah. We're both biased. We have no choice. We have no choice what to put it. We have no choice.
We're talking about the 100 meter, the 200 meter, the relay race. That's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah. Like that's all I didn't even think about the discus and all that jumping. So I literally all I thought was 100 meter sprint. That's it.
100 meter, 200 meter relay race. Jamaica wins. We're Jamaican. It's a S. It's a high S for me. That's what I think about when I think of track and field.
I am in full agreement with that, and it's a shame that I'm in full agreement with that because I would like to be non-biased, but I can't help it.
I've been doing this for the last 12 years. Hot take. Sha'Carri Richardson was not Bobby the Jamaican. That wasn't gonna happen. That wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Jamaica. And her family probably Jamaican. I don't know.
She probably got some, like, you know, like how Jamaicans we have some, like all of us are originally from Africa, right? So it's like maybe she just originated from the same tribe that has Jamaican, connection. You know what I'm saying?
Track and field one.
Yeah, we put that S there.
What's the next USA thing?
I don't know what this is.
Is that breakdancing? What is this? Capoeira?
It looks
like... It'll be Brazil, that makes sense.
It looks like breakdancing. Can we do a quick Google search real quick? Or should...
how about we
save that for later?
I'm gonna say figure skating. Let's say it's figure skating.
Figure skating? You think so?
No, but let's say it is. I don't see it on the list.
Okay. Figure skating. Actually, figure skating is kind of entertaining to watch.
Yes, I'd agree with that.
It's entertaining to watch.
I would never figure skate. I just don't have that skill or ability. I wish I could figure skate, like do the whole spins and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think figure skating, I wouldn't play rugby. But I see myself learning to try to figure skate. If I ever went ice skating and I was like, yo, I want to be able to do some cool stuff, I can see myself potentially trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I just wouldn't play rugby. It's just not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think figure skating, or like let's put figure skating and gymnastics all in kind of one little bubble.
Yeah, gymnastics.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I'm into working out and I do calisthenics, so some of the moves and techniques they do in gymnastics, with the gymnastic rings, like those are ones that like I would like to like learn, and like just for the muscle building aspect of it, or the cool factor of it would be cool. You know what I mean? Like being able to do a backflip, you know, that's low level gymnastics right there. That's kind of cool. You know.
Honest question.
Mm-hmm.
Gymnastics, right? Let's say this is gymnastics.
Okay.
Figure skating, gymnastics. This thing with that. Put that above track and field.
Ooh, an honest question without the bias?
Honest question, yeah.
You know the answer, man. If it's like without the bias, without my Jamaican heritage telling me fuck your logic, you know, it's like you got gymnastics is way more entertaining than seeing people run from point A to point B.
Yeah, it low key is the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I like watching Usain Bolt run. You know what I'm saying? I go back to the China Olympics and all that. I go back and watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it like seeing Simone Biles do this, that, and the third.
Yeah, that's cool stuff right there. Like seeing them do the flips and like the level, like you just look at it and it just looks superhuman. It looks like what they're physically doing, human bodies were not designed to do that. And it's So it's like just the watching factor is a thing, and also the barrier to entry. The barrier to entry is literally a gym.
Your body.
Yeah. Or like, yeah, you're right. Exactly, your body. You could go to like a whole park and like start hanging on the bars, and you're doing low level gymnastics right there.
You seen the people campus that just be flipping on the grass. That's like, every day they just flip on the grass. Like it's just your body. And some grass, totally not concrete, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
The Jamaican in me is saying, you know, track and field, you know.
Yes.
But I gotta put the gymnastics a little bit ahead of that. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I'm in agreement. If this symbol, and someone in the comment section might be telling us like, no, it means tic-tac-toe world championship. But if this symbol means gymnastics, I think A tier. I think S tier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think S tier.
Yeah. I put that as high S tier.
Because honestly, if if next track and field like Olympic tournament happens and Jamaica doesn't win, then it's like we're done with track and field. You know what I'm saying? We're not
watching it. We're not watching it. No, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'd be lying. I was about to say, if I saw Usain Bolt run to the right of me, or the best gymnast like Simone Biles to the left of me, I'd probably watch Usain Bolt. I ain't gonna hold you. But it'd be a quicker watch. It'd be like 10 seconds here, or 9.58 seconds here, and then I'll just look over there. You know what I'm saying? For this list, I put gymnastics ahead of.
Like Usain Bolt would have finished his race before like, you know, she did the whole hands up
the thing. Yeah. So I'd watch Usain Bolt first, and then I would watch the rest of the gymnastic thing.
Yeah.
But I would put gymnastics ahead of track.
Because like, if we're going to be real, track and field is just running.
Yeah.
Everybody can run.
A lot of people can run. Yes, I would say a lot of people can run. There are definitely people who can't run, but
yes.
A lot of people who can run.
Yes, true. Okay, moving on. So we're
water polo is trash. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, water polo. Yeah, let's put that in D tier.
Yes, that's a comedy. That's a comedy.
Never watched it. I have a faint idea, like people just splashing on in the water, throwing a ball around. Yeah, that's D tier.
Ball in water, but no dunks, nothing like that.
Yeah, D tier. Trash. Oh my gosh.
Basketball.
Well, here we go.
Like I said, I was almost drafted into NBA. You know what I'm saying? I basically taught LeBron everything he knows. You know what I'm saying? Kawhi Leonard, all these people kind of look up to me. Little known fact. You know.
Steph Curry asks you for advice.
low key, and I'd be like, maybe you can shoot your three a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? You gotta roll your fingers a little bit more. Basketball, I don't watch basketball. To be honest with you, I don't. The only time I watch a whole basketball game, would maybe be like the finals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or if it's like this back and forth.
Yeah.
I definitely watch clips of basketball. I could watch like a YouTube video that says the highlights of best shots, the best plays, and everything like that. But I just can't sit there and watch 40 minutes of basketball. That being said, basketball shoes. I know who LeBron is. I know who some of the best players are. I will watch clips of basketball. Will I play basketball? I would try to. Like, if I'm in a gym and have a ball in my hand and there's a hoop, I'll definitely take some shots. I won't be good at it, but I'll take some shots. You know what I'm saying? I think basketball is easily low S to high
A. I'm not watching basketball over rugby.
So if they had equal coverage and one was a channel away.
If you really think about it, why are we so invested in basketball?
I feel like LeBron. I don't know.
Yeah,
learn how to play basketball because the way we look. I don't know. Like those are.
Yeah, like basketball. Like, don't get me wrong, guys. Like, basketball has a lot of cool highlight things. The barrier to entry into it is very calm. But I think what basketball has going for it versus like other sports is a marketing aspect of it. It's the personalities. I don't think it really has storylines really, but it's the personalities, it's the individual plays associated with it. So it's like, because of the nature of basketball, you're only having 5 people on a team at a time playing on the court. there's more room for an individual player to stand out in comparison to everybody else, right? So it's like, you get the LeBrons, you get the Michael Jordan, you got the Steph Currys, you got the Kobe's, rest in peace. And it's like, you just have, I'm doing all this thing describing how good the positive basketball is. I don't know. It's like, for me personally, basketball does not rank high. I think basketball's an A tier, but it's not higher than rugby or boxing for me.
So for you, basketball higher than tennis?
Yes, basketball is higher
than lower than rugby though.
Lower than rugby.
You talk about entertainment value. If you had to choose between, maybe not LeBron playing, but a nameless person to the right, the nameless game of 10 people playing basketball to the right, or a nameless people to the left that's playing rugby, you probably choose to watch rugby.
Yeah, because like, think about it. Like, what is basketball without its superstars? What is basketball without LeBron or Steph Curry or like these names that we remember? It's just it's like, I would like, if I don't know anybody on the basketball team versus anybody on the rugby team or anybody in the boxing match, I would rather watch that.
Okay. Clarifying question. If someone's like, hey, we gotta pick up a game of basketball or pick up a game of rugby, which one are you gonna do? Which one are you gonna join?
Do I know these people or just strangers?
Doesn't matter.
Because if I know these people and we play rugby, I know it's about to be like some like flag football level type of impact, you know what I'm saying? But it was like,
yeah.
If you're it's crazy, but I think I would go with rugby.
Wait, you wrong. I would go basketball and start playing. Like, you're not catching me on a rugby field. My freshman year, I tried maybe one time, maybe 2 times, but nah. I would agree with you. I would rather watch a rugby game versus a basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to choose between which I'm gonna play basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So basketball A tier.
Agreeable.
I don't know where it's. All right, let's just put it right next to rugby. I'll put it just for the sheer fact that basketball is so popular. And I notice people screaming in the comment section down below about being like, how is basketball not even S tier? What's wrong with these people? I will put basketball right after boxing.
Fair. I think that's fair.
Think that's fair? Yeah. All right.
What is ping pong, table tennis? What is it?
This is the broke man's tennis. Like, you can't afford to go to tennis court, so you're gonna play ping pong. Come on.
Yeah, we got violated like that. I would put this above all the B's. But this is definitely more intense than badminton. There's definitely more skill required than that whatever that game is called.
True. Whatever that game is called. I didn't even know that was ranked as a sport. Why do people have this here?
I wouldn't like if I'd seen a tennis game or ping pong, table tennis. Let's call it table tennis.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So it's not the same as tennis.
Yeah.
It's not the same as tennis.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying arena could destroy in this as you can destroy in tennis. I'm not saying that. And there's different skill sets. You know what I'm saying?
There's also a whole movie on ping pong.
And like Bruce Lee was playing ping pong with nunchucks. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen that video?
Oh yeah. That's true.
I feel like it'd be disrespectful to put it above tennis.
Oh yeah. Oh, ungodly disrespectful. Like, horribly disrespectful. All right, I would agree with you. I would be down to put it as a high B tier. All
right. No, yeah.
Okay.
I have it as a high B so far.
High B. Yeah, I said it highest B. All right. Football.
We're not talking about the international football. We're talking about the American.
Yeah.
The American football. I think that's like a low A. I would say above tennis, below rugby. I would put football.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to get this off my heart. I don't think football's fun. I don't think football's fun.
To watch?
I think in almost every measurement, it's not as fun as people say it is, because it's just. I think it's not as fun because it's like you as a player, there's a lack of creativity you have. It's like you have to basically your job is execute the plan, right? Versus like a game like rugby or basketball, or even tennis, is like you may have a template. You may have like bullet points of a plan to follow, right? General positionings to be in, things to keep in mind, but a lot of it is about being very flexible and like moving with whatever's going on, and I think that adds to the level of interesting plays that can happen and occur, right? When I think about football plays that I remember, is always on the individual level where a football player will do something that the coach definitely didn't tell them to do. Like when I see a clip of like a football player like dodging someone's tackle by doing a whole backflip over that person and running over, the coach did not put that into play, being like, oh yeah, so when number 15 comes and attacks you, you're gonna flip over. So I think most football plays is literally like it's like playing a game of Battleship with people. Like you're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna do this, you're gonna move that way, There's not a lot of room in football to customize it. So in terms of like a player standpoint, in terms of being a player, I don't think I would have fun doing that, because it's just like, oh, I'm just going to be executing a route that my coach told me to do. So there's no like mental engagement for me when it comes to that. And then two as an observer, it feels very mechanical to me. Like when I watch football, it just feels like they're literally executing a play. They're not really like really like processing at the highest level, like, oh my gosh, okay, 3 people are coming at me, I'm gonna slip under this person, do. You know, it's like, yeah. So for me, if I'm gonna rate football, it's not a high B. It's not a high B.
I just want to hear your full argument before I make my statement. So where are you playing football?
Low B. Low B.
So just so we're all clear what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying you put football below table tennis.
I'll put football higher than badminton, but no higher.
You put football, so we all know what he's saying. I see table tennis, this game, whatever this game is, and then you put football, and then you put badminton, then you put bowling.
Yes.
That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, now you really wild. You
okay, tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why I'm wrong.
So, yes, they have plays. You know what I'm saying? But it's really an empty template. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback has to either get you the ball or try to run the ball as far as possible. All right? How that happens could vary all the time. You know what I'm saying? You got a team that could just send 10 people at you at one time. Or how many people on football field? I don't know how many people on football field.
a lot of people. A lot of
people on football field. And there's just like, you ever seen a play where someone grabbed the football? They could have got a touchdown, but they dropped the ball like a foot before, or they running around the showboating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They get tackled out of nowhere. Like you wow. I would definitely watch a football game over table tennis, over this nameless game. Like, yo, you really do this.
But when you really think about it, the level of oh snap, this happened, you can get that from that nameless game. You could get that from table tennis.
People want to get tackled and their helmet fly off. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want to see? What entertains you?
Yo, to be honest,
no. You said earlier that for a game to be more interesting a game is, the more like risky it is, more deadly it is. You said that earlier.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing though. It's like, I don't like, to me, it's like, if you're not choosing your risk, if someone's choosing a risk for you, that's not entertaining for me. Like, the reason why boxing is entertaining is because, like, oh, you got 1-on-1, 2 people going in. I choose this punch. I choose my jab. You choose to dodge and choose to do an uppercut. Most people on the football field, they ain't choosing. They're following exactly what their coach is doing. So if they get injured, that's on the coach. That's not necessarily, like, not in terms of like a legal standpoint. Like, I'm not talking about like a legally type stuff. You know, like, not saying that. But in terms of if your play failed, is it really on the players, or is it on this? It's more like, you know what football is? Football is playing chess with people.
That's not entertaining?
I don't know, man.
You go be kind of wild. You high.
I don't know, man.
The coach. All right. So I think in football, right? There's different quarters, or different. You know what I'm saying? You got times per play. So I think at the beginning of a quarter, you meet with the coach, right? And then the first down. After that, you meet with your quarterback and your team. Say, okay, this is the play we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So the coach is always on the side. From my understanding of football, I haven't really watched an NFL game in a minute. So the team be like, yo, quarterback, I know you want to do that, but that's a stupid play. I think we should do You know what I'm saying? You fake the throw, but I don't actually run to the left. So I think the team inputs it when they do the little huddle before every down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's more creativity in football than you were, because like you could have the perfect play that the coach draws up, but if you got bird fingers, you're not gonna catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? Or before you throw, you get tackled from the back. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of creativity in football, and I think what is more interesting about football versus rugby would be that there's option for a Hail Mary throw, like one throw all the way at the end, or running it from all the way at the end, where you don't really see that in rugby. You know what I'm saying?
You can't do that based on the games because you always have to throw your ball back. It's like there's no throwing There's no throwing. I think the touchdown is called a try in rugby. There's no throwing try in rugby. There's only like the person brings their body and their ball over that line. Versus football, it's like I guess you could just chuck that shit and like hopefully someone catches it.
Exactly. So that little unpredictableness of it, or like, you know, someone just kicks the ball all the way over to your side, and you know they probably should run about 20 meters, but there's a slight chance that someone might actually run the whole football field in one, you know, receive. No say whatever it's called. I watch NFL, but I watch enough to say, nah, you gotta wild as low mid B. You put it over below this game. That even this though, I think football is definitely a A tier sport. You hear kids saying, I want to be in the NFL. You don't hear them say, I want to play this game. Whatever this game is called.
I feel like, because here's the thing about kids, right? They're only going to look at they're only going to look at the biggest sports that's being advertised, like, and that's football, basketball,
baseball.
I
don't see baseball on the list, but you know,
actually baseball's in the list. It's like towards the end. Do you see it?
I don't see. Oh, that is a baseball.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking for a bat.
I said I was looking for something else.
Football's an A. Football is an A, below rugby, maybe in between tennis and rugby. That's what I would say. I hear everything you just said. You wild.
Okay.
You put football below this, whatever that game is. You wild. You put it below ping pong, table tennis. You wild. You wildin'. You wildin'. You wildin'. Cause you hear people say, "Oh, when I grow up, I want to play ping pong." You don't never hear that. What do you hear that?
Yo, if they're smart, they want to have a long career.
Different argument.
Yeah.
Casey colleges with giant ping pong stadiums. You ever seen a ping pong stadium?
You're right. Okay. When you say it like that. Okay, let's also take into account the fact that both of us would never play football.
I'll play flag football. I'll play touch football. You know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't play tackle football.
Gotcha.
But I'm more likely to play football than I play rugby, because there's levels of football.
True.
You wear gear. If my child was like, "Hey, Dad," my imaginary child, "Hey, Dad," there's only one option. There's only two options: football or rugby. You have to pick one. I'd rather them play football than rugby.
I hear what you're saying. Okay. All right. I will put football between a rugby and tennis.
I think that's fair.
My heart wants to put a rugby. My heart wants to put football at a. Because you convinced me a little bit. My heart wants me to put it at a high B.
Yeah, but I would definitely watch a football game over a tennis game.
Yeah, but you would rather play a tennis game than play a football game, though.
Well, like I said, there's levels to football.
Right.
Flag football, or touch football, I'd rather play touch or flag than than tennis.
Okay, you make a good point.
But
there.
if it's like full tackle, and you know, most times people aren't wearing gear when you play a pickup football game.
Yeah.
Most people don't have gear for 10 people. So I'm not about to play tackle, no gear football on the concrete.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you're
But
not.
Football over tennis.
Yeah, you're not leaving your 9 to 5 with a whole all your gear.
That's not happening.
Oh,
Football is definitely above tennis. I would, if I had to choose between watching a football game or a rugby game, I'll probably watch rugby because it's typically a bit more intense. You know what I'm saying? You don't really hear a touch rugby game. You don't hear that. No?
Yeah. Touch rugby.
Is rugby. You really got gear in rugby. You know what I'm saying? They only wear like knee pads, like elbow pads. They wild. So I watch a rugby game over a football game.
Gotcha. All right. That's calm. Okay. So this ball, I think it's a soccer ball.
Yeah, it's soccer ball.
Yeah.
Internationally, it's a calm S. I think internationally, people put soccer a high S. Internationally, I'm American. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? I think it'd be disrespectful to put soccer less than an A. I think that's disrespectful to history, country,
so?
Religions. I think people would die for a soccer game. People have died for a soccer game. I'm not. You can say like, hey, you want to say before Dan says his points and his opinions about soccer or football, I would say the sport that's known as football internationally, I would put that if I had to watch between a rugby and a soccer game or a football game, I would put rugby above soccer. I put football as in soccer.
Yeah.
Between.
Yo, think about this.
Now, I'd rather watch a football game than a soccer game, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I'll put football in between. This guy got crazy. I'd put soccer in between football and tennis.
Okay.
Yeah, I put soccer in between football and tennis. That's my thesis. So my A tier so far is boxing, basketball, rugby, football, soccer, tennis.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna tell you all.
I'm
gonna tell you all the truth. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna tell you what everybody is thinking, but they don't want to admit saying it.
What everybody thinking?
How long does it take them to make one goal?
Okay.
You could be sitting there for 45 minutes before anything happens. Yo, am I wrong?
Anything else you're about to say?
Listen, all right, I'll say this, right? Because I've played soccer before, right? I think soccer is a fun game to play with your friends. Soccer is more fun to watch on an amateur level than it is on the professional level. Because I guess you get so good at the game that it takes 45 minutes to even score one goal. To me, if you want me to know where I position soccer, to be honest with you, if we're talking about amateur level in terms of me playing with my friends, that's calm. That's a fun time. But if we're talking about the entertainment value of watching at the highest level, I could watch 3 episodes of an anime before anything even happens in soccer. It's a C tier, man. It's C. Oh, you're frozen again, by the way.
Nah, I didn't freeze. You said C tier?
Yes.
C tier?
I put it at C tier. It's above swimming.
So, you saying, Bam, you're saying, you rather watch bowling,
Yes.
badminton,
Yes.
that game, table tennis,
Yes.
all of that over soccer.
Bro, I could watch a whole match of bowling and a whole and a whole table tennis thing before anything even happens in soccer. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. Oh, your camera's frozen, by the way, though. Like, I can hear you, but you're frozen.
Okay, let me disconnect. I think I gotta go.
Oh my gosh!
About sponsorships, you wild right now. Yo, come.
All right,
Okay.
all right. Let me ask you a question. Have you sat like on the international watching it? Have you ever sat through and watched a full international soccer game? You personally?
No.
And yeah, that's a calm A tier for you, though. That's a calm A tier for you. Would you ever pay tickets to go watch an international soccer game?
Potentially.
Okay.
Potentially. Because the fans for soccer are like ride or die. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I can see myself wanting to have the experience of being around those crazed fans. You know what I'm saying? It's like a protected bubble. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. But if it's like a country versus country type thing, and like these countries been at war type thing, I'd like to see that type of game. You know what I'm saying? Because the fans be crazy, and like there's a lot of raw emotion in soccer. Now, that's not conveyed well through TV, especially to people who do not play the sport. You know what I'm saying? I believe if you are a soccer player, then watching the 45 minutes of this chess on the field might be interesting to watch. But I do not have that DLC, so I am not that interested in watching 45 minutes of a soccer game, me, myself. Well, I could see why you put it as a C. I could see your logic. Watching soccer through TV does not translate well to a non-soccer player. But if I'm walking and I'm seeing a group of people play soccer versus a group of people playing badminton or table tennis, I'm probably gonna watch the people playing soccer. Because usually people who play soccer are relatively pretty good at it. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I kid you not. I was walking recently with a dog, and there's a group of kids playing soccer. And it was entertaining to watch them play soccer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
in person, a soccer game is really good to watch.
Like I'll say this: the amateur level soccer is entertaining to watch because like people are getting a goal like every 5 or 10 minutes. You know, it's like, but like for some reason when it gets to the most high level professional level, is like I guess the players get so good at making sure the ball does not get into their goal that it takes minimum 45 minutes before we see an actual goal. And so it's like it's one of those games that like as players get better at playing, it becomes less interesting to watch. And I'll bring up this point because you mentioned how like you would like to be in that environment based on the fans. But it's like at that point you're not really watching the sport for the sport, you're watching it for the reaction of the fans.
I think the sports and fans have a symbiotic relationship. You know what I'm saying? Every sport has their fans. Golf has their fans. Like there's like golf tournaments and you got fans in the crowd. Like that's just not because the sport is D-tiered. Like the fans just kind of like okay.
Yeah, the fans create a culture. The fans create a culture around the sport.
Yes, and I think the A-tier sports all have, other than maybe tennis, have like some intense fans. You know what I'm saying? Which kind of create, or that's part of the sport. You know what I'm saying?
So you're making the claim that the people that are invested in the sport are also part of the experience of enjoying the sport.
Yes, I am making that claim. Like, a Uno game, for example, right? You got people who are watching a game of Uno, right? Uno game can be very standard, very vanilla, very basic. Oh, here, draw 4. Oh, why, thank you, sir. I will draw 4 cards. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here, a reverse. Okay, thank you. Now it's my turn. That could be a Uno game.
Yes.
But have you ever played a Uno game like that? You say, draw 4. Uno out. Like, you about to get into a fight.
2 for your mistakes. 2 for your mistakes.
Oh, word? Oh, word. That's what we doing right here?
What rules you playing with? Like, I never played rules like that before. What are you doing?
Word, I bet. I bet. Yo, you good? Nah, yeah, we good. Yeah, we good. That's the energy you get with Uno. When I play Uno. No?
Yeah, me too.
You might have people who might not be interested in Uno because it's a card game. You got people to the left looking at you like, oh, you gonna take that? You draw 4? Know what I'm saying? Like, you got people all around you watching this game of Uno. It gets intense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See with a fan, you get all that stuff. So it's part of the fan. Or you can have an Uno game where, hey, sir, the color's red. Can you draw 4? No, watch that.
True.
You gotta have fans heckling in the back saying, you gotta draw an 8. You tight. You know what I'm saying? You gotta see that stuff. So I think the fans are a very intricate part of the sport.
I see where you're coming from, though. I see where you're coming from with that. But I'll raise you this point. Like, going back to Uno, because of the nature of the people we hang out with, that's like Uno is just one of those games that allows us to bring that out. That's already in us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could bring that out in another game. Like, we could be playing Taboo and that could come out. You know, we could be playing like Heads Up and that could come out, right? And we've seen it come out, you know, at varying levels, right? So it's not because there might be a group of people, like there might be a group of people in a certain suburbia somewhere that plays Uno, like, pick up 2, sir. You know, we might have that, right? So to me, it's the sport itself. The sport of soccer itself doesn't create those fans. Those fans would have been that way no matter what sport they're in, because there are crazy fans in every sport.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, there are crazy fans in every sport, but I would say no to the idea that the crazy fans of sport are as common as you see them in soccer, or as intense as you can see them in soccer. You know what I'm saying?
I would agree with that.
I think soccer.
Yeah, soccer fans go crazy. They go crazy. Maybe they go crazy because it took them so long to score a point. So it's got all that build up.
And that it makes every single point, like, there's not too many sports you can say every single point is important. Of course, at the end of the day, like, yes, every single point leads to extra point. But in a soccer game, you mess up one time, like, it might be over for you.
That's true.
Whereas, you know, basketball, you could fumble the ball. You could, like, lose the ball and someone gets 2 points. You might be able to catch up. You know what I'm saying? Soccer, the risk for the scoring factor is much higher than most other sports. It's so hard to get 1 point. Yeah. I see what you're saying. But like when you see the actual point happen, it's like, for lack of a better term, the climax of that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So I would definitely put soccer's not going lower than an A. You wildin'. Comment section, what do you think? I agree that I have not watched a whole soccer game. I agree. But to put it in the same tier as badminton, table tennis, bowling, and that game, you wildin'. You wildin'. What you say, like, through TV? Through TV, I would concede the point that I'd rather watch a high-level badminton. You're right. It's back and forth. It's like it's a closed like it's like a table probably 6 feet long. You know what I'm saying? So it's very intense back and forth. I would see that it is more entertaining to watch that through TV. But I think soccer, being there in person, or watching, I think if you have more soccer knowledge, then getting through that 45 minutes of it's more interesting to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think I would say soccer, there's a level of entry of watching the sport based off the skill you have of the sport. That's what I would think. Depending on how skilled you are in the sport of soccer, that makes it more interesting to watch. Similar to boxing, you might be like, yo, why can't you just punch him like this? But you're like, no, call or whatever it's called. So I think there's a barrier entry for fan skill level for the appreciation of, any sport, but really that sport. I think that's why, most Americans call football, and soccer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
But in terms of ease of getting into the game, soccer is basically as easy to get into the game as boxing.
As long as you have feet. Yeah.
As long as you have feet and a round object, hopefully, you can play soccer. You know what I'm saying? You can play with a baseball, not baseball, like a bottle. You can, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Soccer, the entry is probably as easy as boxing.
High B.
Soccer is A.
High B.
Okay, I can see that.
I'll put it above. Table tennis.
That's fair.
Because I just can't get over. The fact that, like, I like playing soccer. I think soccer is a fun game, but it's like as you get more skilled, the game gets more boring. It's like usually it's supposed to be the other way around. As you get more skilled, the game's supposed to get more intense, more fun. But as you get more skilled, it gets more boring as a person watching it.
Well, I hear that Floyd Mayweather is probably one of the best technical boxers. But he's boring to watch because he doesn't really be knocking people out. You know what I'm saying? He dodges a lot of punches and everything like that. So that's seen in other sports as well. But you're not seeing Floyd Mayweather. Sure, you can somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I will also argue with Floyd is entertaining to see him like swim around people, like how he's able to like kind of like go ultra instinct and dodge these hits and stuff like that. That's also entertaining. So he might not have to knock out like, oh snap, he folded that person, but he definitely has that whole energy of like, you can't touch this. Like, wow, how come I can't touch this? It's crazy.
Yeah, I see that. Well, soccer, I'll say, you say it's a B, I say it's an A, B-A range. You were wild when you say C initially. You said C initially, didn't you?
I did say
C. You being real disrespectful. You being disrespectful.
There's a part of me that still believes that's true, but you made a strong case, yo. You made a strong case for me to put it higher at B. Yeah.
We got 4 left. I know we've been on this for a while. What's this one right here? Is it hockey?
Hockey, yo. Hockey, honestly, it's crazy because I've never watched a hockey game.
Yeah.
But I think that's due to the environment in which I'm raised in.
New York City. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brooklyn. Yeah.
We don't. Hockey is not a thing over here, but
yeah,
hockey has all of the elements to be high A or even low S.
I agree. Because you got some boxing in hockey.
Yeah.
It's like rugby on ice skates.
Yeah.
And I would never play hockey. I said I would never play rugby.
Yeah.
I'm definitely never playing hockey.
Never playing.
But I could just see hockey being like an S tier, high A tier.
Yeah, I can see that. I just don't know.
So I look hockey fights. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I think I was watching TLC one time, and someone like was playing hockey. They took someone's throat. I said, yo, and they almost bled out on the ice field in hockey. No, man.
Yeah. So hockey definitely has a high value of me never going to play it. Like,
Nah.
I'm already off balance because I'm on ice.
Yeah, nah. And this sport is not for the melanated.
And it's literally okay to like literally square up on the hockey field. Like it's expected.
Nah. The rules are kind of flexible. It's too flexible. I'm not playing hockey. My child is not playing hockey. No.
I watched. There was an anime called Kengan Ashura, right? And it's a fighting anime, right? And one of the fighters, he started off as a professional hockey player. And literally, I learned in the anime, I don't know if it's true in reality, but I literally learned in hockey, there's an unofficial position that every team has that's literally like beat the crap out of everyone you see. Your job is to beat up people. That's your job.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how they created hockey, why they thought it was a good idea. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
But I would say, okay, so say hockey S tier. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I ever watched a whole hockey game, but I could see myself watching a hockey game over a soccer game, over a basketball game, over a rugby game. You know what I'm saying? I can see myself just actually like, damn.
Yeah.
I really about to start fighting for no reason.
Yeah, I can see it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He about to shake this guy's hand at the end of the game. That's crazy.
They'd be like, yo, that was a good punch.
Yeah, what? So, hockey. So, we got, right now, top of S tier, we got gymnasts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we got Jamaicans.
Facts.
Right?
Our people.
And then we got volleyball.
Yeah.
Where would you put it?
Honestly, if we're being real, it's right below gymnasts. Right below gymnasts.
No, yeah, that's fair. It's either below gymnasts or above gymnasts.
But I also got to take it to the factor of like, would you play it? Yeah. The level of danger is radically high it's radically high. Like,
but I could imagine hockey being interesting to watch. Like, I could imagine if my friends were like, "Hey, yo, Dr. Griffs, you trying to go to a hockey game?" I could see myself going to that.
I could. I feel like the only reason why we haven't really like hockey isn't our thing is because of our geographic location.
Yeah. Yeah.
Baseball.
That's a common F.
Oh my god.
Let me look at it. So we got archery, we got biking, we got golf, and we got water polo.
Hold on. Wait, you're really thinking of putting it in the lowest tier? Baseball?
I don't think I stuttered.
Whoa! This guy's crazy.
Okay. All right, let me look at the whole thing. So we got what? C. We got swimming in C. We got bowling. We got all that stuff. I like baseball. It's kind of like soccer, where you don't really see too many points, and so that's your whole argument about soccer. There's no points. So that's basically the same thing about baseball. A lot of people just get strikes. So I would say baseball. Okay, it's higher than golf. I'd watch baseball more than biking.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll watch baseball more than archery. So I would say, respectfully, baseball.
But would you watch it more than? I would watch baseball more than swimming.
Yeah, I'd probably watch it more than bowling too. Okay, so the baseball game, or a badminton game, or this game, I think I'll probably watch this game over baseball.
Which
you know
game?
What I'm saying?
Oh, you mean that random game?
Yeah. I feel like that's a bit more intense. It's a bit faster to watch. Whereas baseball is like a whole outing. You got to sit there with the whole family and everything like that. It's like 2-3 hours of your time. Whereas that game is like 5 minutes tops, back and forth, like a bit more interesting to watch.
Sure.
But I think, respectfully, maybe baseball shouldn't be on the D list. I'm from the Bronx, so Yankees this, Yankees that. So it's a mid to low B.
I'm in agreement with that. Like, I would not put it. I don't think it's D tier. It's definitely more enjoyable than swimming. It's more enjoyable than swimming.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but I will say, like, I haven't really sat through and watched a full baseball game. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
I've been to the Yankee Stadium a couple times.
Oh, word.
I fell asleep. And the Yankees are like the best baseball team, right?
I don't even know baseball like that, to be honest with you.
I think Yankees for a while was either the best or one of the best baseball teams. And that's not like a New York City bias. I think that's just like they were just winning consistently.
Yeah. And you went to sleep.
Being in a stadium watching a baseball game is low-key kind of really boring.
Wow.
They seem so far away.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, yeah, I don't know. It's not that interesting to watch.
But why would you put it over? But would you fall asleep watching badminton or bowling?
I feel like bowling would be boring to watch, to be honest with you. Like, would you rather pay to see a baseball game, the top tier baseball people, or top tier bowling people?
Yeah. I feel like with yeah, you're right. But I would not put it over badminton though. Although, like, this whole podcast I've been ripping on badminton, I would not put baseball over badminton. I would find it would be more entertaining to watch badminton than baseball. And also the barrier to entry with baseball is a little too high for my liking. You gotta get a bat, you gotta get baseball, you gotta get that, you gotta put the markers down. I guess you could kind of bum it, but yeah.
Okay, I give that to you. Cross country, right?
Cross country. I was just
more than 800 meters, right?
So it's basically track and field, but like slower.
A lot slower, a lot longer.
Yeah.
Intense sport, not a lot of barrier entry. Would I ever watch it? No.
C tier.
That's a D.
You think that's a D?
C-tier? I think I'm more partial to watch golf than cross country.
Yeah, let me put a D tier. Yeah, you're right. Let's put that D tier.
I might even watch water polo over cross country.
Yeah, you're right. It's D tier. It's just people running.
Yeah, for an extended amount of time. Cross the country.
Yeah, why don't I'll just pop in when they're about to pass the finish line. Who won? Oh, you? Cool.
Yeah, nah.
That's true.
And nice athletes, but I'm not watching that.
Yeah. Barrier to entry, mad low. Well, people that have legs, can run.
I can see myself even playing the sport, but nah, it's just. In middle school, I was in the cross country team.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. It was team is a strong word, but it was like an after school cross country thing where we just ran around. It's a cool sport. Like I like to run, but nah, it's D.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, last one, guys. Lacrosse. Now, if you think about it, lacrosse is just land hockey.
Does it get as physical?
I only know about lacrosse from like watching Teen Wolf, and they be getting physical in Teen Wolf. So, it's definitely in B. It's definitely somewhere in the B range for me. It's definitely in the B range, but it has a lot of the aspects of hockey, except it's on land. And I guess there is technically land hockey, but this is basically land hockey, except you just throw the ball through the stick in the air and you catch it. So there's a level of like skill to like, I'm going to use the stick to catch the ball. So there's definitely a level of skill there.
Throw the ball probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like for me, lacrosse might be more interesting to watch than soccer.
Yeah. Yeah. High B.
Yeah, but that's fair.
Yeah, I wouldn't put an A. I would not put an A. Boom.
I think high B is fair for lacrosse.
Yeah. Yo. It's crazy when you look at this list, but volleyball has stood the test of time.
No, yeah. Volleyball is like a fun game. Like anybody can play it. Say you can't really run too much, but okay, your job is to fight the ball, to stay in that one spot. You know what I'm saying? You got this coverage right there. So like it's a fun game.
Yeah.
It's as intense as you want it to be.
Yeah.
It can be 2-on-2. That's kind of a lot. 3-on-3, but it's like, you know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Okay, is swimming really the only C tier thing?
Yo, swimming is literally the only C tier. C tier.
I mean, let's go to D.
Hey, better than D. Better than D. Yo, guys. Yo, we've been recording for a bit, bro. We've been recording for a bit. But yo, guys, thank you for, watching this with us and joining us. Let us know in the comment section down below. Where do you rank certain sports? Like, do you have certain preferences in terms of which sports you guys think we're wilding for our positioning of certain things?
Quidditch is A. Quidditch is A tier. Quidditch is A tier. Quidditch is A tier. Y'all got me messed up. Chess is high A tier. Yeah.
All right, guys. That's all. All right, guys. That's all we have for all the time we have for today.
You ain't gonna step with me.
We appreciate you guys taking the time to watch our videos. Please like the video if you liked it, and comment if you have any ideas or thoughts you want to share with us, and subscribe if you want to see more. In our description, you'll find. In the description, you'll find links to both me and Dr. Griff's own personal channels, where I do anime live reactions, and my boy Dr. Griffs
does things. Music. Yeah, things. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, we appreciate you, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Who knows high up here?
Oh my God.